Carl here from Games, Brains and a Headbanging Life, gbhblofficial for short. Album review time 2025, and we're kicking off with a big one. The Swedish melodic death metal all-star band, The Halo Effect. They're back with their eagerly awaited second album, March of the Unheard, released January 10th, 2025 via Nuclear Blast. Guess what? Setting the Melodeath bar high for 2025, which I don't think will be too much of a surprise to those of you who are familiar with the Halo Effect or the members of the bands and projects. March of the Unheard isn't about changing the world. It is simply all about showcasing the best aspects of this genre, adding some accessibility and ensuring that fans come away very happy. For the most part.
Get away from us. The absence is everywhere. Get away. We just close our eyes.
Yes, I said that in a way to be mysterious. It's not a big problem, as the majority of the album is killer. But there are a few moments that sputter rather than spark. One of which is the opening track, Conspire to Deceive. Lacking a bombastic edge, failing to get out of second gear, ticks plenty of the right boxes, but I found it to be a mostly forgettable start. However, things quickly improve with the following Detonate, as the Halo Effect pick up where they left off with the debut album Days of the Lost. Think fast heaviness, think big harmonies, and think an overall vibe that takes the very best of each musician and infuses it into one 4-odd-minute track. It and the following add Channel to the Darkness, Cruel Perception, and What We Become are thoroughly enjoyable Melodeath efforts that hark back to some of the best periods of the sound. You're going to hear a lot of nostalgic elements here. It's what we expect from this band though, and they rarely fail to deliver. Heck, even the fairly pointless track This Curse of Silence is likeable enough. However, it is around the middle part of the album that I think the Halo Effect start to actually unleash anthems. And it's when the overall quality of the record increases exponentially. First, there is the title track and the sound of a band on fire. An upbeat anthem that has elements of vintage Melodeath to it, but still sounds fresh and modern. This is one of my favourite tracks on the album. It was released as a single at the end of 2024. Loved it then. Hearing it in the context of the album, it just comes at the right time when I really needed that. All of this is an anthem. Then there is Forever Astray, a track with a killer chorus and some wicked clean singing. Then there is Between Directions, a track that is more elaborate and dramatic than anything elsewhere. Take that for what you will. It is creative and changes up the Melodeath formula. But I do ask the question, is it memorable outside of the violin and clean singing in the chorus? I think it's hard to be too wowed by it regardless. Their inherent Melodeath form is back with aplomb though on A Death That Becomes Us and The Burning Point. The Halo Effect ensuring their new album goes out with a heady and harmonious bang, especially as the finale of Coda is the cherry on top of this final run of tracks. The old adage of, if it isn't broke, don't fix it, proving to be an important mantra for the Halo Effect and how they approach this record. It's good. It is good. I think it's very good, in fact. And another strong showcase of their immense talent. Importantly too, though, alongside that, I think it's quite a cohesive listen where I think you can feel the connection between the members. You can tell they're not just super comfortable playing with each other, they enjoy it. But you can also see and feel how that dictates their creativity. Everybody's throwing ideas in here and it all mostly works. The issues I mentioned, minor that they are, the songs that kind of sputter and don't spark, they're not enough. It's not a big enough deal to really impact the overall quality of the album. It's still thoroughly enjoyable, particularly as there's a wealth of songs on offer here. So you'll hear one and think, oh, that was all right, that was good, but like nothing that memorable. Then it'll be followed by one that is an absolute banger that you'll probably be listening to all year long. That's what ends up sticking out. That's what ends up getting stuck in the brain. That's what you will remember off this album, and I think that's super, super important. It is March of the Unheard. It is by the Halo Effect, and it is out on January 10th via Nuclear Blast. What do you reckon? Got any thoughts on this one? You know what to do. Comments, please. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website, where reviews, news, and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at GBHBL. Just search for GBHBL and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.